Any day now, fellas. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Let's get up here. You can stop the music for me. You can stop the music for me. I just want to say thank you, thank you. Just wow. This is phenomenal. Like, this is so beautiful to see all of you individuals in front of me right now. I'm extremely grateful and excited to be up here on stage speaking and sharing with you beautiful men and women. My story begins, and I hate to say my or I, but at this moment it's needed. Before getting hired as a program director at PS 76, I spoke with a coach of mine. This was a reminiscent conversation because I haven't spoken to my coach in some time. During the conversation, he asked me potential questions for the interview and heard my passiveness when speaking about myself. His response: "You are the first athlete of Harlem Lacrosse, my first leader, my captain, own it. Forgive me for my extensive humbleness, and will try my best to own this moment. My name is Daniel Crawford, and I'm the first student athlete of Harlem Lacrosse." Thank you, thank you, thank you. But my journey starts before Harlem Lacrosse was established. Frederick Douglass Academy Varsity Lacrosse existed, which was coached by my first coaches and mentors in Everett Mapp and Robert Trossolini. Everett Mapp was our Japanese teacher at the time, and he was one to embrace me. Growing up, basketball and football were my sports, but football was where I was peaking. At this time, Frederick Douglass Academy didn't have football, but I needed something for that competitive, aggressive nature in me. Lacrosse is my answer. I am a 7th grader amongst juniors and seniors of high school, learning the creator's tradition. I wasn't afraid of learning something new. I'm like a sponge, soaking up every bit of the high school players' styles, coaches too, and mending it together to create my greatness in this tradition. Shout out to Ahmed, Phil, Flo, Mark Culver, Oliver, Khalif, Patrick, Kareem, Nicholas, Paris, Daniel, Victor, and Jonathan, AKA Baby Legs. Those names are important because they created the blueprint, and I simply copy and paste with a little bit of DC sauce on it. Fast forward, I am now an 8th grader. At the beginning of the school year, FDA conducts this fair where teachers who run whichever extracurricular activities get to recruit kids to their program. As I'm walking through the lunchroom, guess who I see? Standing there, arms folded, with a short table in front of him, with a sign reading, Harlem Lacrosse. I wasn't too familiar with this gentleman. I didn't have him as a teacher. Majority of us didn't, but the conversation that day made me real familiar. The recruiting part was easy. You wanna know how that went? It's like, yo, Kev, trying to play lacrosse? Kev answers, absolutely. Word of mouth, the message spread, and now you have these handsome gentlemen here next to me. I love this first team. Firmness of character, gritty, zealous, hardworking, a social unit who care for each other, family. I'll give you more high praise and say we were the dream team. Not counting wins though. We lost a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. But we were a determined group, driven by wanting to get better at the creator's tradition. We knew our strengths and weaknesses as a young core. We knew what was needed to be successful. We faced adversity, only having 11 guys to the roster at one point, only having 1 sub, clearing the ball from our defensive end to yellow, holding the ball, playing keep away to catch our breaths. None of us could not afford to get hurt, carrying equipment to and from Randall's Island from FDA. Equipment included the lacrosse goal, he already said it. The equipment included the lacrosse goal, which had to be carried on public transportation. Biggest challenge though, practicing on concrete every day. We didn't have a field or track. The FDA parking lot was our field. Our track was the hallways in the school building. We paved the parking lot We paved the parking lot with our skin. Nobody liked falling during practice. And I know you guys think about this too, Laugh at the shots that we took that went over the fence that may have hit a car or two on the FDR Drive highway. I know there are a couple people in Harlem waiting for a check to fix a windshield or a dent. Embracing adversity is what we did. This was our luxury, and we did what we had to do at the time. We crawled so this generation of student athletes a part of Harlem Lacrosse today could use St. Paul through any door. We didn't play just for ourselves. We played for a young man at the time who created a unique opportunity for us. An opportunity that I know for certain didn't know it'll be this monumental today. An opportunity we sought after and took advantage of. You can describe him as a visionary, a coach, a mentor, stern but fun, very dedicated to his craft and wanting what's best for others around him. He could pass as good looking. Bear was always pretty well trimmed, fashionable too, in his khakis with a white collared shirt, tie, shirt tucked in as always. Black dress shoes, but a pair of New Balance on occasion. This is exactly what he was wearing in the cafeteria that day. We simply followed his lead, and that man's name is Simon Cataldo. Through this journey, it has created successful men of color. We all have different definitions of the word success. We all view success differently. Maybe buying your dream car or a home is success. Earning a bachelor's, master's, doctorate degree from the best institutions in the world is success. Don't get me wrong, those are great accomplishments. But what led up to that point? Well, what about the small wins, the small successes that occur? Let's celebrate the small wins just as big as the big ones. Let's celebrate all success. Did I know that I would be taking a community college route and attend Onondaga Community College? No, but lacrosse created that opportunity for myself as a senior in high school. That is success. Mr. Cataldo, you are successful. You have these extraordinary men in front of you spreading the gift you gave in our generation, and now we're giving it to the next. Here are my brothers who are still involved with Harlem Lacrosse today. Carlos Beeson is a part of the executive board. Kevin Goshorn is on the advisory board in Philadelphia. Miles Smith is a volunteer coach, but also his mother, Sunsaray Smith, is on the advisory board in New York. Josiah Bramble is a senior program director at Joseph Lee in Boston, and also the first Harlem Lacrosse alumni to get hired. Sejon Weeks is a program director at Thomas K. Finletter in Philadelphia. We are all success stories, and Harlem Lacrosse is playing a direct role in it. And two more things before I get off the stage. It is still March, and I want to celebrate the women in this room, a part of Harlem Lacrosse. You are doing a phenomenal job, and I hope that you guys get the flowers you deserve in the future, as we are getting our flowers too. And one more thing before I leave, I love to drop gems, in other words, advice. So, you listen? Don't live in the future, don't live in the past, be present always. It is called the present because it is a gift. Do not overlook that gift. Thank you.